If you are emotionally numb or flat or feel like a zombie, this is called anhedonia or emotional flatlining. And I'm going to share 3 tips for you today on how to survive the holidays if you have this horrible condition. I'm Jackie Kelm, and I overcame it in 2013. And I'm here to talk today about, again, how to survive the holidays with it, because this is a really, really difficult time. In the end, I'll share a bit about how I overcame it myself. Now, first of all, what is anhedonia or feeling flat? It's a condition, it's a physical condition. This is how I see it. My disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I overcame it, as I said, in 2013. I've worked with many other people helping them do the same. And I have come to see that this is actually something that's caused physically, I believe, by inflammation in the brain. And so as a result, you have to actually rebuild pathways in order to heal it. But it's fundamentally this feeling of being dead flat. Like you cannot feel anything. You cannot feel any love or connection for your children, for your spouse. You don't care about anything. Nothing brings you joy. There's no point in even watching TV or playing games. They don't even bring you joy. It's just the craziest condition, and you can feel like, what is going on here, because you don't understand and other people don't understand either, which is really infuriating. And you try to explain it and people think that you're depressed, but it is this fundamental inability to feel any positive emotion. And the holidays are the worst, because the holidays are full of people enjoying themselves and people getting together. And when you have flatlining, you don't want to be with anybody. You don't care about anybody. You're having this conversation with somebody and they're telling you about something amazing and you could care less. You feel dead flat. So you don't want to even talk to anybody. You just want to stay home in your bed or your couch and stare at the wall, right? Because there's nothing that brings you any joy, and life feels completely meaningless when you have this. I'm telling you, it is the worst thing that I've ever been through. I've had it for over a year, and my heart goes out to any of you who have this. Like I said, during the holidays, it's just horrible. And so, so you can't enjoy being with people, but you also, food doesn't bring you any pleasure. It just doesn't have the same thing. And holidays are all about the food and the gifts. It's like, who cares? And if there is a silver lining in this pandemic in the year of 2020 that we thought would never end, this is the best time of ever to have anhedonia or flatlining, right? Because lockdown is kind of a gift for us, right? Because you don't want to see people. You don't want to go out and enjoy. You don't want to see all these people having fun when you can't. So for those of you who have it, I mean, it is a small silver lining, but it's a silver lining that these holidays will probably be easier. I know some of you have had this longer than a year, and you've had other holidays where you can't feel it. So at least this time you get a little bit of a break. So what I want to do then, I want to share with you quickly 3 tips for surviving the holidays. And so the first one is to know that you are not alone. I know I felt very alone when I had it. No one understood. No one knew. I'm here to tell you I understood. I had it. And I am holding you in my heart right now. And I am going to hold you in my heart through the holidays. And so when you're really struggling, just know I am there with you in spirit, okay? There are also a lot of other people who have this as well. I say a lot of people. I've been doing this work for 7 years, 2013. I still have never run across anybody else in my personal or professional life who's actually had it and that I've actually met, which is really crazy. So, but yet, I'll get people coming to the website. So I know you're out there, but it isn't something that is very common. So that's the first tip. Know that you're not alone. The second one is fake it when you have to. You're going to be in situations with family and that now maybe not as much certainly with lockdown, but people always ask me about faking it. Yes, just fake it. I know you don't want to be there. I know you don't want to talk to anybody, and you have to pretend you do. You have to pretend you care. You have to laugh at their jokes and smile when they say things that are funny, even though you don't feel anything. And here's why. Because you can get over this. You can get your life back. And when you do, you want to have your relationships intact. And the interesting thing I found is that people don't really know you're faking it. My kids, it was the hardest. I have 2 children, and when I had anhedonia, they were younger, and I was a wreck, that that faking it just wasn't a good thing to do as a mom. But they told me after, they really didn't even know I had anhedonia. I don't know what that says about me as a mother, but apparently I did a pretty good job faking it. So if you are a parent, really, I know it's hard to do. You don't care about your kids and you don't feel like it, but try to do that, right? Try to do your best during the holidays to fake it. And then the third thing is to love yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You can't help this. It's like having a broken arm. The way I like to describe it is it's inflammation in your brain. So if you think of your brain as all these connections, almost like hoses, you have these neurochemicals that flow through these hoses and allow you to feel. Well, what happens with flatlining is the hose gets cut. It's cut. And now none of the neurochemicals can go through. And the way this is different from depression is like squeezing the hose and squeezing it down. So some neurochemicals still get through. With depression, you can feel a little bit here or there. Flatlining is like someone just cut the hose right in half. And so that's why, a lot of people try supplements and a lot of medications and things, and they don't typically work with true flatlining and emotional flatlining. And like I said, I'm not a doctor. This is my opinion, and having worked with a lot of people. Because if you think about it, if it's a hose and you put more through it, you take supplements or things that stimulate more neurochemicals. If the hose is cut, it doesn't matter how much you put through. It doesn't get to where it needs to go. So the only way you can fix this is to repair the hose. And the way you do that is by building new neuronal connections in your brain. And the brain is it's called neuroplasticity. You do this through brain training, and I have a program that helps you do that. So just to know, there is an answer. And for those of you who may be new to this work or new to me, you can get a free program where I teach you how to do this. And at my website, which is getjoyback.com. And I really encourage you to check it out if you haven't, because life is too short. And the program, as I said, is free. I do have a paid version as well if you're really serious about it. But I wanted to have a free one because I know this is a horrible condition and some people just wouldn't be able to afford anything. So there's something there for you, okay? All right, everybody. So those are my 3 tips for surviving the holidays. Again, know that I'm thinking of you. I'm holding you in my heart. And my wish for you is that 2021 is the year that you get your feelings back. Here's to your joy. Bye for now.